Good morning. Let's go. Today, talking about 3 lessons that I learned from this past week. I think this is episode 8. Every Sunday, I think about 3 lessons that I learned throughout the week. Monday, video. The first one, this might be kind of quick because I'm just gonna link to the videos. The first one is about meditation, and I made a video about this. Basically, the lesson that I learned this week is like what meditation does to my brain, and that is it creates this space between stimulus and response. And I have already started to notice this coming back from having started meditating. I think I got here Wednesday through now. I have started noticing that feeling of when I talked about like the feeling of thinking about pulling up Instagram and then there being no space basically between that thought and my thumb going to the app. And now, I noticed it yesterday. I just felt this, like I thought about it, and then I think my mind just went somewhere else. It was like, oh, let me like look at my to-do list. Or, I don't remember what I did, but I remember I didn't open it up at first. I opened it up later. But I think that's actually important. That it doesn't stop you, but it gives you time. And I like that. So, I will link to that video for the first one. The second one is so stupid. I think the lesson here is if you hack something together, if you do something by yourself, not normally, make sure you have guardrails and have tests for this thing. Let me explain. So, for email, I have an email that I can send, or I have an email address that I can send through. How do I describe this? I have an email associated with my website domain. And the way I can send emails, I use AWS Simple Email Service. It is designed for mass outbound email, so sending email. It is not designed for receiving email. But you can set up, and I found this code online, and there's also instructions to do this. You can set up inbound routing. Basically, so when you receive an email, it gets forwarded to another email address. So I've sent any email that is sent to me, my website email address gets forwarded to my personal email. Great. But it's not designed for this, so you have to set up your own AWS Lambda function and an S3 bucket, and it's not good. Anyway, back in mid-December, I was going through some emails, and I noticed I started getting a lot more spam emails from people, just random people. I get a lot of emails that are like, oh, we'll help you with your SEO. Hi, petermeglis.com in bold team. You are losing out. Your pages could be ranking a lot better. Those kind of emails. And then I got this one email that was like, our expertise is in packaging solutions, and I was like, this is like I get the SEO thing, but like, what is this? And so I marked it as spam. But see, here's the problem, and I didn't realize this until yesterday. This whole AWS Lambda like email forwarding, because AWS SES, the simple email service that I use, is not designed for inbound emails. When I get an email, it changes the from address from, let's say, John Smith at example.com emails me. It changes the from address to my email and sends it to my personal email. So when I open up my personal email, it says, I have a new email from my address, but reply to John Smith. And so when I marked this email as spam, it subsequently marked all emails from myself as spam. So, so stupid. So for the next 3 weeks, I accumulated some emails from people, actual real people, bloggers, emailing me. And I never saw them because they were being marked as spam. And I had this like panic attack yesterday, realizing this. And this like it should never have happened, you know? Because like I'm using this hack solution that's not designed for this. Like this should not be happening. And I don't know yet like what I'm gonna do about this, but my main thing is like I should get off Amazon SES and use a real service that does both inbound and outbound email. So I think that's my takeaway, but the lesson here was like 3 weeks went by when I received emails that I never saw. That should never happen. How do we make it not happen? And I don't exactly know what I would do in this situation, but my lesson here is this should never happen. And yeah, so I take full responsibility. Like there's, it was 100% my fault. Like there's no one else to blame here but myself. But yeah, just stupid. So, but thankfully I have all of the emails. They were just all in my spam folder. So I unmarked them all as not spam, and now I have them all. But yeah, so figured out that the bloggers that I sent engagement reports to actually responded to me. I thought they had just ghosted me. And I skimmed they both sent like really long emails, and they both seemed to be very like positive reactions and wanting to potentially work further, which is good. But I had not known this for 3 weeks. Anyway. Okay, my last one is, I talked about this yesterday. Third lesson is that YouTube metrics are distracting, and they are noise that gets in the way of doing the inputs that are required for the outputs that I want to achieve. Not the outputs that people think I want to achieve. Which, let me explain, is I feel like the idea of posting on YouTube is like you want to gain subscribers and gain followers and gain views, likes, whatever, or like make money from it. And those are like tangentially important to me, but if you watch the previous 2 videos, like those are not my top priority. And I think the lesson that I learned in here is, I mean, this is more like a lesson over the past couple weeks, but I think it's accumulated, or that's been condensed into this week, into yesterday, which is when I have decided that a change needs to be made because I can't keep looking at my views and subscribers. or else I'm gonna go insane. But what's interesting here, I think, is I don't think I ever actually thought or envisioned the scenario of actually gaining traction on YouTube. Like, what does that actually look like? I don't know. When I started back in November, I think this is like literally how my brain has functioned. I used to make these videos like this, and then I switched to making phone videos like this. I made phone videos and didn't publish them. I made a ton of, like, I wish I could count how many videos I made. And then in November of 2022, I started publishing those, well, not those. I started publishing the videos that I was making. 5 minutes every day. I did those, and then I stopped. And then this past summer, backpacked through Europe, and then I started making those phone videos again and publishing them, and still making videos like that and not publishing them. And then finally, I'm back to this. And I think my brain, because I've not posted so many videos, it's like, this is just normal. It's just what I do. But now there's this, like, other part of this, which is subscribers and views on the videos that I had never thought about. and so, like, this is kind of confusing to me, but it's like, yeah, you're posting videos on YouTube and people are viewing them and people are subscribing. Like, duh. But, like, I had never really made that association. So I've never envisioned, like, what does this actually look like? What does posting videos on YouTube for months at a time actually look like in the end? And I still haven't, like, really fully absorbed that scenario. But maybe that's part of the fun. I don't know. So I will link to that video. I mean, it was the video I did yesterday, and the video I did the previous day was why I'm doing these videos. But those are the 3 lessons. Did I talk about the lesson in that? Yeah. They are distracting from the inputs. Good news. I did a little bit of ChatGPTing research last night. No one seems to have an existing website or tool or something that is like what I'm looking for. Maybe it's because it's non-conventional. Like, why would you post to YouTube and not look at your views and subscribe? Like, what? But there's a YouTube API, and people have made wrappers around the YouTube API in Python and Node and stuff like that. So I think I can create something super quick that allows me to just upload videos and reply to comments. And that is it. I will let you know if and when I do that. But anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.